Hello Clever Pickles, welcome to the next handwriting video, which today is going to be focusing on the letter T. So let's start off with the date for a bit of a warm-up. If your date is different, then you do the date that's on your board or that's around you. I'm going to practice by writing Wednesday. Wednesday is an interesting one. I'm still one of those people that pronounces it Wednesday. And I'm just going to go up, down, and up. Excellent. I had to think for a minute then how I form the letter W, which is okay. You can pause and remember what you need to do so that when you're writing it, you can keep that formation going without having to lift your pencil. I'm going to pretend that it is the 5th, just because I want to write the number 5. And remember, numbers are like capitals. They go up into the sky and touch those dots at the top there. I'm going to stick with February because it's a fun month to write. It has some interesting spelling in it. Now, when I get to the year 2020, you should remember it's like a capital. It comes up into the sky and touches those top dots. Excellent. Okay, we're going to start with the capital T. And this should be quite easy because it's moving your hand down in a straight line. So if you can put your hand up in front of you and do this, start at the top, move down, then you're already on the great start. For a capital, we're going to be at the top dotted line here, and then we're going to stop at this bottom straight line here. Don't come down here to the bottom. And remember, we've got our 3 sections that will help us. So let's just do a bit of a reminder. These straight lines here in the middle help us make up our grassy section. Below the grassy section is our dirt. And above our grass is the sky. And we know that our letters are formed in ways that go up and down. So this will help remind us which direction to go. So let's start with the letter T, which does not go into the ground. It comes up to the sky. Actually, I should say it starts at the sky and comes down to the grass. So let's start there. Straight line down, and then I'm going to come back to this dotted line here to cross the top of my capital T. Doesn't have to be too big. I'm going to leave a finger space and do my next one. If you can pretend you can see your finger there, that's great. Let's go to the next one. Now, if you remember, we only need to do 6 of these, not 60, not 16. Now, there's a rushed one for me. I'm not touching the bottom, and I'm definitely not on top of these dotted lines at the top there. So I'm going to cross it because I think I can do better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. Now, this is a great example here of why we don't cross over these sections. I can still clearly see that that is my T, and I can clearly see that that is my Y. They haven't gone over each other's letters, and then I can't understand what it says. Okay, if you're ready to move to the next section now, we're going to do the lowercase t. If you're not up to it, that's okay. Pause the video and catch up and then press play. So what we're going to do is stay under these lines. So again, starting at the top dotted line, coming down to our bottom line here. But now we cross the T on this darker line section there. And this is tricky because see how you can see here, I've come off it. That's okay, it's hard to get to it. I'm not going to put a cross on that because I tried really hard and I think it was okay. So I'm going to do it again. Straight line down from the top dotted line down and then cross onto it. That was a much better T. Straight line down, use this line to cross my T. Let's do it again. Straight line down, use this line to cross my T. If I rush it, that's definitely not my best work. Look at this, it's too big here, too big here. This is not on the line. I don't like it. Last one, straight line down and cross on the line. Quite happy with that. Okay, let's do some words now that start with the letter T. I'm not worried about the sound T. I'm just going to focus on where the T is, which is at the beginning. So let's start with time. T, I, M, and you might remember M from our last video, E. Time. All right, let's leave a finger space and go to the next word, which is tune. I sang a tune. Excellent. I like the way that I could keep those between those lines. And my last one is 10. Our T goes up the top into the sky, and then E and N stay in the grass. Excellent. Let's try some words now where T is not at the beginning. So if you're not up to this, that's okay. Pause the video, catch up when you're ready. Let's start with sit. I can hear the T sound at the end of sit. And look at that. I've left a bit of a line there. That's okay. It's still very neat and tidy. Let's try little. We're going to do 2 letter T's in here. So I need to do T. Now I can do my next T, L, E. Look at all those lines coming down. Try not to do this, where you have 2 lines and then cross it over, because that will get very confusing in your writing and will start to look like a different word. Give them each lots of respect. This T deserves just as much attention as this T. And our last one, mat. So using our M from last week, our A from the video before, and then T right there at the end. Okay, what we're going to do now is have some fun at the bottom, and we're going to use the letter T to draw a tree. So I'm going to use a lowercase t, and I'm going to do 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to grab my brown pencil and make a bit of a trunk here for my tree. Maybe you could make it come out a bit further, give it some roots. Now remember, this is quick and fun. You don't need to take an hour to draw these pictures. Look how quickly I'm doing it. Let's draw the round part of our tree. You might want to put some different colored leaves on them, or maybe you might want to make an autumn tree with some red, yellow and orange leaves. But this is just a nice reminder that our T was at the beginning of the word tree. And now you're all done for the letter T. Thanks for practicing, guys.